Vishwachi. It is a Vata predominant disorder which can be compared with a cervical radiculopathy. Introduction to the disease Vishwasi is that it is a disease which is starting from the posterior part of hand and pracosta. Hands and fingers manifest due to the flexion and extension of the nerves, which gives strength for the movements. So it is a disease which extends from the posterior part of the hand, as well as we can say pracosta and hands, and it extends from posterior part of the hand and it extends towards the forearm, as well as it extends up to the fingers, and it will be manifested due to flexion and extension of the nerves, which gives strength for the movements of the hand. So there are three types of Vishwasi we can say, or we can consider mainly comparing with the modern science. We can consider three types are there, that is radial neuritis, ulnar neuritis and radio ulnar neuritis are there, which leads to radio ulnar paralysis. So radial neuritis, in this condition the radial nerve is going to be damaged here, which is produces pain in the arm, as well as in the forearm at the time of flexion and extension. In case of ulnar neuritis, the ulnar nerve is going to be hampered, so it will leads to the painful condition at the time of extension and flexion. And in case of radio ulnar neuritis, the both radial nerve as well as ulnar nerve is going to be defected here. Vishwasi is a term which is formed by two words, Vishvat plus Anj. Vishwa means the entire or whole, all pervading, and Anj means turn to, directed towards, to move, wander about. Thus Vishwasi literally means spread throughout. And Vishwasi, we can say the Nirukti of Vishwasi is Vishwa Samana Chayati iti Vishwasi Vishwam. What is this? Vishwa Samana Chayati iti Vishwachi Vishwam. So the one which is universal or everywhere, life to life, or to bend, to curve, incline to honor. Vishwa here is, we can consider here Vishwa as a dhatu and Anch as the paralysis. So it refers to the paralysis of the arm. Talapratyangulinam tu kandaraha bahu prushtataha. Here the vitiated vata dosha which extends from the bahu prushtataha. Bahu prushtataha here is that the posterior part of the bahu. Bahu is nothing but the shoulder. So the posterior part of the shoulder, it extends along with the kandara. Here kandara we can consider here anything we can consider like muscles, tendons and the ligaments which are situated in the posterior part of the shoulder. It extends from the posterior part of the shoulder until the talapratyangulinam. Talapratyangulinam means we can say that the until the tip of the fingers. So it extends from the posterior part of the shoulder and by running towards the little fingers or towards the tip of the fingers from the posterior part of the upper arm as well as posterior part of the forearm, and it leads to the, what it affects here is bahuhu karmakshaya kari vishwachiti he sa smrutaha. Here that it does the karmakshaya kari. The main action of our shoulder joint is that flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, circumduction. These are the normal functions whichever we are going to do with the shoulder joint as well as with the elbow joint. So main here is that karma kshayakari, it does affects its normal functions. It hampers the normal flexion, extension, abduction, adduction and circumduction of the shoulder joint as well as the elbow joint. Let's come to the Pratyatma Lakshana. According to Sushruta, the Pratyatmika Lakshana of Vishwasi is that radiating pain from the Bahu Prushta, that is posterior part of the shoulder, to the Hastatalam and Pratyanguli. Hastatala, we can say that the dorsum part of the hand as well as Pratyanguli to the fingers, tip of the fingers. It extends towards that fingers. So Dalana commenting on this, he said that there is a presence of Tivra Roja, that is extreme pain is there, and also Stamba. Stamba here we can consider the obstruction to the normal activities like depriving its functions like extension, flexion, adduction, abduction, and circumduction. Rook, there is a severe pain just because of the V-shaped vata is present in that region. It leads to the production of pain, and Toda is predominant of vata and spandana. There is a sensation of abnormal sensation is also present. According to Charaka Chikisasthana, as Charaka has not explained differently about the Vishwasi, he explained the Kalli Roga in referring to the context of Vishwasi as well as Krudrasi. Kallitu Pada Janga Urukara Mulava Motani. Here we can consider that the Kalli is mainly manifested. Here Vishwasi can be compared with the Grudrasi, where the Grudrasi affects mainly in the region of lower limb, and Vishwasi which mainly affects in the region of upper limb. Both Vishwasi as well as Grudrasi together is seen in the patient, that is called as Kalli Roga. Differential diagnosis of the disease Vishwasi. It is differentially diagnosed by Ekangavata, Hamsashosha, Manyasthamba and Apabahuka. Here, the lakshanas of the Ekangavata are Akarmana and Vichetana. Akarmana is loss of functions and sensory loss is there, and Vichetana is that impairment in the voluntary activities. Amsa Shosha, here Mamsa Kshaya, that is depletion of the fatty tissue. Shosha of Amsa Pradesha, that is muscular atrophy around the shoulder joint. In case of Manyasthamba, the Nidhana main causative factor here is that Divaswapna, and Divaswapna leads to the Vatavruta Kapha, so that will be responsible for the manifestation, and the patient is regularly using heighted pillow. The patient is regularly using the heighted pillows. In case of Apabahuka, Vata Prakopa takes place in the Amsha Pradesha, which creates the Sankosha at the Samanya Chikitsa is that in case of Vata Vyadhi is Abhyanga, Svedhana, Uttara Bhaktika, Snehapana, Nasya Karma, Katibasti, Shamana as well as Nidhana Parivarjana. Specified line of treatment in case of Vishwasi is that, according to Charaka, Nasya Karma for the disease affecting Bahu and Siras along with the Uttara Bhakti Snehapana. It is mainly the payasa which is made with the Grita and Taila. According to Sushruta, Sira Vedana in the affected parts is done along with the Vata Vyadhi Samanya Chikitsa. It is also mentioned that Vamana and Nasya in the diseases. And according to Ashtanga Rudaya, he is also having same opinion regarding the Sushruta, and Sharangadara explained the application of Kunchadi Lepam. Siraveda in Vishwasi is that a Siraveda is considered to be the most commonest used procedure in case of Vata Vyadhi or in case of painful conditions to relieve the pain and to give immediate relief to the patient. We are going to do the Siraveda. So Siraveda should be done 4 angula either above or below the elbow joint. So we are going to do it is usually same as that of Grudrasi. So in case of Grudrasi, we are doing 4 angula below or above the knee joint. In case of this Vishwasi, we are going to do the Siravedana usually 4 angula above or below the elbow joint. Utility of Vidyakarma in Vishwasi is that, so Vishwasi is mainly treated, or mainly the symptoms of the Vishwasi and the painful condition of the Vishwasi can be tolerated, can be maintained by using the Vidyakarma. Why? Because Vidyakarma is useful because it can be opted for the pain management. It not only allows the obstructed vata to escape but also helps to reduce pain by releasing endorphin as immune response to the penetrating. So the site of Vidyakarma is that Acharya Sushruta has mentioned the particular site for the Siravedana in various elements. These sites can be taken for the Vidyakarma also, but it will be helpful mainly in managing the pain and the stiffness, and the site for it is that at the elbow joint 2 inches above and below to the elbow joint. It is mainly at the elbow joint. We have to do the Vidyakarma either 2 inch below or 2 inch above the elbow joint. So it is very helpful procedure in management of the pain as well as the stiffness. Mainly So there are many Shamanaushadhis are there which can be used, but I have quoted only the specified or only the one which is used regularly. The first one is the Dashamuladi Kashaya, Dvitiya Masha Taila, Saptapristha, Mahamasha Taila, Mahamasha Taila and Mashadi Taila. These medications helps to relieve the pain as well as they helpful for strengthening the nerves. So that's why they are used commonly.